What's up, guys? Welcome to the shop. This is Brandon. Today I'm going to be showing you how to fix the JT Flex 7 IZE series bottoms. Now I say IZE, some people say IZE, I really don't care what you say. But anyway, this is an example of what can happen to your IZE bottoms. Now the reason this happens is because these bottoms are extremely soft. These are the softest bottoms that JT ever put out. And even if you just lay them on a table or on a shelf like these are up here, they're so soft they start to like collapse in on themselves. And if you throw them in a box or just throw them in the bottom of a closet, this right here will happen. So I'm going to show you how to correct this travesty, and there's a couple of different ways. There's actually 3 ways that I know of. Some people take zip ties and they kind of weave them in and out of the holes, and you know, over time it kind of helps to bring them back to where they were. Some people will take and on the bottom right here on this chin part, they'll like with a full mask together, they'll like hang it from a doorknob, and it you know does, you know, over time it'll fix itself. But I'm going to show you a really fast way to do it. And the way that I'm about to show you, some people think that it would cause the bottoms to shrink, but it's not true. If you boil them, they'll shrink. And we're not going to boil them. I am going to put them in hot water though, but we're not going to boil them. But yes, do not boil these. They will shrink. But on to the fixins. Alright guys. Before you start doing this, you will need a kitchen, which will help. Alright, but most importantly, you're going to need a stove, a working stove, and I hate that I have to say that. But you'll also need a pot, some water, and a pot tall enough to submerge the entire mask bottom down into the water. Now you don't need this, but I also got a thermometer here. There. Thermometer, if you can see that. Now this is just to keep an eye on the water temperature, and right now we are sitting at, let's see, we're about 140 degrees Fahrenheit and 60 degrees Celsius. Now boiling is 212 Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius. And also, before you start, make sure you have one of these. This is just a little tool to help shape it while it's in the water. This is a silicone tipped spreader. I actually stole this from my wife, and hopefully she doesn't find out. So here we go. And one thing you'll notice, the temperature about the water is there's tiny little bubbles that just kind of float up to the top. That's about the right temperature, so that's a good way to figure that out if you don't have a thermometer. But once it's in here and it gets heated up, you should be able to start shaping it the way you want it to be with your tool. As always, be careful. Don't boil them. Don't boil yourself, and everything should be okay. But after you take these out, you don't want to just throw them on the countertop or anything right off. You want to take them out and kind of hold them in the shape that you want them, and then you want to run them under warm water that's cooler than this water. That'll help you know, dissipate some of that heat without doing it in a very strange way and warping your bottoms. exactly done, but they are pretty straight, as you can see here. Now you may need to do this a couple of different times, but from now you want to run them right underwater. Alright guys, this is a mostly finished product. As you can see, they look a lot better than they do. There's no shrinkage whatsoever, and you can really tell the shrinkage too because the bottom edge right here tends to kind of fold under more than it would. It looks weird. You can tell it when you see one. It just doesn't look right. But here you go. This is mostly finished. I'm probably gonna do this again on these, but this is, you know, pretty good for what I think it should look. So anybody with eyes, I really hope this helps you guys. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the field.